So, hey, what's up, everybody? This is Ryan Sanders with Project Fresh. We have another client interview today. We're really excited to do these. And we have Clyde Washington on with us. How are you doing today? How's it going, Clyde?
Pretty good, man. How about yourself?
Very good. Trying to stay cool. Been all these hot days strung together, so I'm trying to keep things cool. Looks like you're doing the same outside today.
Absolutely. Matter of fact, I even have a cool towel to just keep me cool.
There you go.
Uh,
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I might do that myself a little bit later here. One cool thing that is nice about our interaction is, and I'll start by saying that, or I'll start by asking rather, you just to share a little bit about yourself with us, whatever you feel you might want the audience to know about you. But what's cool about Clyde is he is one of our first clients for our new 21-day transformation program that we started about a month and a half ago. So we'll talk about that in a second. But if you would, just share with us a little bit about yourself, maybe what you do for work or interest, maybe a little bit about the story you were sharing with me the other day in our last session. Whatever you feel open to share is cool.
okay. So let's say a little bit about myself and my interests. So I'm a real estate investor, private money broker, and that's initially how I met Ryan. And Ryan reached out to our group when he was starting, uh, just trying to help people or probing to see if there was interest in people who wanted to get in shape or work on their health. And I raised my hand and say, hey, that sounds pretty good. And so he discussed with me about the 21-day program. And around that time, it was early part of May, and I had a birthday coming up within 25 days. About 25 days. So I said, hey, you know what? Uh, It was a great timing for me to get started, and I wanted to get down to a certain weight. Uh, Actually, I want to get down to like 185,
Yep.
and I started off. So we talked about it, and we kind of laid some ground rules, and uh, I started off at 196, and just started working out with it, and it was things were going well. He took the time to put together a nutrition program for me, which I did not get onto. So let me just say, total transparency. I didn't start right away with the nutrition program. I was still kind of eating it the way I really wanted to, and just starting to do the exercise, and took a few days to actually get started. So
Yep.
once we had our first session and kind of discussed things, I said, you know what, let me get serious about actually getting releasing this weight, because that was my goal. And he just extended the hand to help. So I was grateful for that. And I started working out with him and started having some reflections back into my life where, early part of my younger years, I used to be a boxer. I fought Golden Gloves, Diamond Gloves,
Yeah.
city tournaments and stuff. And I did that for 3 years. And some of the workouts was just reflection on what I was doing back then. And, it just felt good working on myself and really being active or being more active. Uh, and just not just trying to diet, but actually looking at it. And I have to give Ryan credit for this. He just told me, hey, we're working on, doing a transformation. You said you wanted this, and I said, yeah. He said, so maybe we were having a discussion. And it came up, maybe it should just be a way of life as opposed to just a diet program.
Right.
I said, you know what? I was totally fine with that, and said, that way we all, from my perspective, we all start things and it doesn't go perfect. We get off track.
Yep.
But Coach Ryan, which I kind of wanted the nickname, I'd say. So Ryan told me, you know what? Sometimes it doesn't go perfect, and it's okay. Just stick with the program and just stay focused on what you
Yeah.
want. So
And I appreciate you
yeah,
sharing that too. Not only the Golden Gloves and Diamond Gloves story about you being a boxer and coming up with some of those notable boxers in your day and age. I come from a boxing family, as I shared with you. In fact, I
Yeah.
got a sketch right here of a friend of mine that did this for me, one of the notable photos when my grandfather was in the Olympics. That was great to be able to connect with you there. And being a prior athlete myself, another great connection point. But more importantly, well, more importantly, I mean, we love sports, right? But the point
Right.
that you just hit on was that, you know, life comes up. We have these intentions where our desire is to do X, Y, and Z in our health. We want to lose the weight. We want to get stronger, get leaner, whatever it may be able to run up a flight of stairs and think, you know, no problem at all. Whatever those goals are that we come up with, or what that we decide upon. Actually, it's not coming up with the goals that we decide upon. And the aspect that you said that I, you know, wanted to reflect really quickly on was life comes up. And that's what makes our 21-day transformation program that we're doing, this new program, really nice, because that was a feature for you. If we don't help you get the goal weight that we said we'd help you get in the first 21 days, we'll actually repeat the 21 days for free so that you can continue to work through life, make those adjustments, create that foundation, and keep tracking towards those goals. And it looks like we've been able to help you break that first threshold and keep tracking towards that 185, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Excellent. What one question I wanted to ask you was, coming into this, what was your biggest goal as far as everything we've talked about with health and fitness, and what was your largest hurdle that was preventing you from getting to that goal?
Okay. So coming into it, my biggest goal, and I just really wanted to uh, reduce the belly fat
Mm,
around my stomach because I feel, you know, not necessarily. I understand having good muscle mass is great, but I'm not trying to look like a 20-year-old. No, nothing like that. So, I'll stay in my lane with that one. But I
yeah.
just didn't. I just want to have just be healthy, reduce the size of my stomach, and be toned.
Mm,
And just be fit. And and talking with you, and uh, again, when you start talking about the nutrition plan, that was probably one of my biggest hurdles because my eating, I don't eat a lot of junk food, but I don't necessarily uh, eat the right portions of meals. Or uh, I would normally like 2 meals a day, sometimes a snack, and then one big meal. So
mm,
I think my eating habits that's been the biggest challenge, just to eat more
mm,
and uh, eat a little bit leaner. Wasn't one of the guys that ate a lot of fried food. I love fish, so when I was on your live show the past weekend, and you mentioned the diet being fish and different types of fish, that was something that really uh, just it made me feel better, and like, hey, you know what? I like this. I can do this. So you just gave me a few more options and different foods that I could eat without really blowing my weight.
yeah.
And along that same line, I would like to say I do like the fact that uh, there's one day during this process where basically I get to eat what I want.
Right.
And in doing so, what I learned though uh, is still do it in moderation. Don't go over.
Yeah.
That's been a big
That's great. Yeah, actually, that was going to be my next question, was your takeaway. But to go back, you were saying that that support from the nutrition plan and the flexibility of it sounded like that was really helpful to you.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and it's something that we realize is that, you know, folks will get down on themselves when they don't hang to the plan. Now, I use the word diet, but as you, as we've talked about a number of times, right? I always ask my
Right.
clients, okay, what's the first three letters of die? Or the, well, I just gave it away. Oops. What's the first three letters of diet? Spelled die. I gave it away on this
Just
one,
die.
but yeah,
DIE.
DIE. The diet plans are designed to die. There's an end, a set date and an end goal, and once you get there, psychologically the brain goes, all right, it's done, I'm going back to what I know, right? You know,
Right.
so
Yeah, I think that kind of goes along with the conversation we had about losing weight, because I think I had mentioned that I had gotten sick earlier in the year,
Mhm.
and I lost like 14 pounds. And you know, first time in about 11 years, 10, 11 years that I had been that light.
Mhm.
And after I got well, it seemed like I went back and found those pounds. So instead of losing that weight, we start talking about releasing the weight,
Right.
just having a different mindset about it.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
and
That's great.
understanding how our language really plays into a lot of our activities and how we relate to things.
Yeah, and compared into other experiences you've had before, do you feel like this plan has truly been flexible for you? Like it's had that room and space for you to feel like you're able to change as needed, but not do so under a pressured, kind of in a pressured way, I should say.
Yeah, I would say this plan definitely uh, allows for that flexibility. And sometimes when we're looking at or going through a process, we look at it, I'll speak for myself. I look at it as I'm just going through that process, and I might not be seeing the results initially, but it's when other people notice uh, the results or notice a change. And to me, it's not that much of a change, but when it's noticeable for other people, then kind of it gave me a feeling of inspiration and knowing that okay, it's working. I'm on the right path.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
and I think you were telling me about that you've been maybe in the last week or so, your wife has been noting that she's been seeing some changes.
absolutely. So in addition to my wife giving me some positive comments about my stomach going down,
Mhm.
losing some of that belly fat, she told me, yeah, it's going down. It's actually working. So that inspired her to start working out a little bit,
Awesome.
and I said, okay, that's good, which is really good. We both want to be healthy and be there for each other. And
Yeah.
then uh, she, it's kind of funny. Uh, so I'll just share it. So she told me, Clyde, you used to be like 11 months pregnant. Now,
Oh my
now
God.
you're down to 6. I say, really? Halfway? I said, no, that's only 5 months. That's not half.
Almost half, but
But you know, I,
oh man.
it was that's just a little joke that we have. I say, well, you know what? Wait till Christmas. I'm gonna give birth. That was
Yeah,
before. Now I say, you know what? Don't worry. It's going away. Uh,
right.
lose it. It's not coming back. So,
And that's I think I'll end here. I'll kind of do a two-part question, but I'll wrap us up here because I want to honor your time.
sure.
You shared with me that you're usually around this time of year, sometime during the summer to end of the year, you're used to traveling. You guys have vacation that you go on. I forget if it's summer, if it's end of year, but
Yeah.
uh,
Okay.
what are you looking forward to most moving forward with what you've learned in this? Both, we could talk a little bit about vacation really quick, and then also, what are you looking forward to taking as a takeaway from this programming?
Oh, that's easy. I answer both questions with this answer. So normally around this time, especially around my birthday in May, I would normally be on a cruise ship. I'd normally go for 7 to 10 days, and so I'd normally spend my birthday on the cruise ship uh, and just relaxing. Of course, if you've ever been on a cruise, if you haven't, I'll tell you, there's tons of food. You can eat all day long, and you can eat, drink, relax. It's beautiful,
Mm.
right? One of my biggest takeaways in doing this, with the coronavirus. So of course we're not traveling this year,
Right.
and looking forward to next year. But and going on the next year, traveling, taking a cruise. One of the things that I'll be able to do is just know that I'm not going to pig out at the buffet or anything. That
Mm.
food will be there. I normally eat healthy anyway, but I'll be more conscious of what I'm eating. And the thought that came to mind when we was working out and we kind of mentioned it, or I was talking about it, is the food is going to be there. I don't have to pig out.
Mm. Because it's ready and available like 24/7, right?
It is.
Okay. Yeah, because I haven't done a cruise. My wife and I have had the opportunity to do all inclusive, but I've heard many times that like food is out and it's always out and it's abundant.
It
So,
is. It is.
yeah.
And normally you end up going on one, end up gaining 5, 6 pounds or so.
Yep.
So, but if you take the stairs exercise during the uh, and doing the trip, just as you're relaxing and just don't overindulge, it works out fine. So I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to doing
That's good. That's good. And at the end of the day, if you happen to overindulge, what's beautiful is a week of celebration isn't going to take out the other 51 weeks of the year that you can be diligent. So, yeah, I mean, they're
it.
getting that
That's
flexibility
good.
and keeping that mindset going. So, no, that's great. We at Project Fresh here, myself, Ryan, and the rest of our team really appreciate getting to meet people like yourself, learn more about you, have that experience, and help cultivate that mindset. So that it's one less stress in life because we have plenty of stresses, as you and I were talking about the other day in life, whether it's work or the ongoings right now of coronavirus and everything else with the riots and things like that. And it's just like we don't want the health to be a stressor too. We want this to be something that we can look forward to. So appreciate you sharing that with us as well.
Thank you, Ryan. You're welcome. Thank
Definitely.
you. My
And
pleasure coming on, being able to help and share that information. Hopefully, uh, someone could have some takeaways from it that could get them motivated. And I just have to say that Ryan, I think you're a great coach. It's good working out with you. Uh, I'm confident that we are going to achieve the goals that I set for myself. We're
absolutely.
very close, and I just appreciate the additional time. Even though I take full responsibility that if I would have committed sooner, truly committed, then we probably would have achieved those goals within that 21-day period.
Yeah, no, and it's all like I said, it's all good. My pleasure, though. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm glad that there's something that's coming from me that is helping you. Because at the end of the day, that's the goal is to impart on you what I've learned and what I've seen in other people's stories and help you move forward. So excellent. Well, hey, thank you so much for joining us on our client interviews as we continue to do this and work through 2020 and what has been an interesting year. We'll see as we move through June in the second half. We'll see how this year goes, but we appreciate you rocking with us in this, and we still have our last week and a half to finish out our second 21 days and help you move closer to those goals. And yeah, looking forward to those sessions coming up. So in the meantime, I hope you have a great day.
Okay, you too, Ryan.
All
Thanks
right.
a lot, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
All
Take
right.